Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. Hey, who am I? Excuse me, Mr. Bernie, I think the attire was supposed to be more formal, and I am asking you once again, does it look like I give a fuck? Excuse me, Michelle, you look fabulous. I, however, have to get back to the Senate floor so I can continue stepping on these necks. My mans was bringing attention to the fact that now is the time to get it in. That now that the hot Cheeto and Mitch McConnell are out of the way, the Democrats should have no excuses to get to work. Bernie was giving very much, this is cute, not mad, knew they wasn't gonna pick me anyway. And you know why they wasn't gonna pick Bernie? Because Bernie is for real about uprooting this whole systemic oppression thing from the rooter to the tutor. Here you guys go again talking about systemic oppression. Like, everything isn't set up for black people nowadays. He not serious, is he? You guys get all the jobs because of affirmative action. You get into schools because of all the quotas. All the scholarships go to you guys nowadays. And on top of a whole month where everybody has to pay attention to you, you just got a brand new holiday in June. Yes. Hydrate yourself for the read. First of all, affirmative action used to be for white people. Great Depression, New Deal, all those government programs were for y'all. But no, cause, 2 words, GI Bill, look it up, for white veterans only. Moreover, today, the Americans that get most of the benefits from government assistance programs like SNAP are white people, white women specifically. How do that work? Well, white people make up the majority of the population. That would mean that they would proportionally receive the majority of the benefits. And I know you're not used to proportionate numbers, but black people, indigenous people, and people of color only tend to get the most of something when it's a bad thing. But back to the matter at hand. Systemic oppression has very real and tangible results and is designed to create a very specific outcome, and that is poor people of color. Barred access to housing, education, higher wages, food security, adequate health care, and increased access to the penal system all have compounding and cyclical effects on one another that make it very difficult for black, indigenous, and people of color to experience a quality of life that is comparable to middle-class white Americans. Obviously, not all of us can be Amanda Gormans, and those of us who are able to reach Amanda Gorman status often have to get there by traveling through various nooks and crannies not meant for us, navigating obstacles and hopping over hurdles, and making Kool-Aid out of sugar water. And it's crazy that that's so normalized for us, but it shouldn't have to be that way. That's not how it's supposed to be. Oh, you want examples? No worries. Class is in session. Redlining practices have resulted in segregated neighborhoods that continue to exist till this day all over the country because black neighborhoods were labeled high risk. Investors don't want to invest in high risk neighborhoods, so all the money goes to white neighborhoods and all the money follows white neighborhoods. Are you following me? Talk to them. So black neighborhoods without the ability to invest in themselves stay low income, don't get proper working facilities, access to healthy food, become over-policed, all of which lead to health disparities and those disproportionate numbers I was talking about earlier. On top of that, schools get funded large in part by property taxes, and low-income neighborhoods have less property taxes, and therefore these schools that service students that are predominantly black, indigenous, and people of color get less funding and thus provide those students with a lower quality of education. People in the back, can you hear me now? And that's just what you can find on Google. Do y'all read? Like, what was y'all doing with the books when y'all was trying to keep us from learning how to read? Because it don't look like y'all was reading them either.